group up, and you have to follow this group around in a train, killing different things. It's like that's pretty much what master levels.
Basically, yeah.
Do you know what I'm telling you?
Nope.
It's kind of cool how you level up your elements, though.
I wonder how much more difficult or not difficult it is compared to older relic stuff.
I don't know. I wonder if we were in a more active free company, would it be easier to find a group for Eureka?
Well, I don't know. Maybe you don't need to be in a free company though. There's party finder shit.
Yeah, there's nothing on Party Finder. I checked already. I've been checking for the past few days.
Maybe there's a system in place in Eureka.
Maybe.
I have this tool I'm using where I can mark up the
Son of a bitch! I forgot to change my class.
owned. I have this thing where I can you just abandon it and redo it? I can mark the maps I have on my browser, kind of like a whiteboard, so I can keep track of which enemies I need to kill and how many of them.
What? Sorry, what?
I have a Chrome extension where I can mark up the images on my Chrome. You know, the clan hunts, so I can mark up how many, who we need to kill and how many. That
Really?
I can just go through each of my hunts, mark them all down so I can see them. That way I don't have to keep opening it to check what I need to kill.
Oh, I don't know. I just have it up on my other screen.
What do you mean?
The map that you sent me?
Yeah, I have it open on the screen. The difference is I can mark on those maps which ones I actually need to kill and how many of them.
Oh. I don't know. I just go through the list one by one and do it that way.
Yeah, but see, the thing is you have to reopen it and check. This one, I can just mark them all down and I don't have to check. I can just look at it. For you, it's easy because all you ever do is the 3-star.
Oh, I guess it's different. I mean, if you want to, we could do Palace of the Dead.
I do want to, but I need to get this done first. Well, I don't need to, but this needs to be done. Like, I need these Centurio seals. If you want, I can leave this till later, but then I run the risk of not getting it done on time.
When does it reset?
It resets in the morning, but the thing is, it takes like an hour to do this. Well, not really an hour. It gets a little faster now that I've streamlined it a bit. Let me just mark these down, and then I'll...
Whatever, no, it's okay. Just do whatever you need to do.
I mean, it's only 9:30 right now. Well, it's 10:30 for you.
Well, for you, it's only 9:30.
Yeah, but whatever. You've been on
No,
2
not
hours.
whatever.
You've been on 2 hours later.
What do you mean?
Also, yeah, whatever. Are you gonna start telling me that you've been on earlier?
Huh? What do you mean?
Because last week, a few days of the week, I was on early and you were nowhere to be found.
When was that?
a few days last week and on the weekend. I mean, you look at the freaking Hangouts chat, and I'm talking to Riley. I'm like, do you know where Ryan is?
Sometimes I'm either doing something or sometimes I fall asleep on the couch.
Well,
I
which
mean,
is, that's fair enough.
don't tell me you never done that before.
Well, no, fair enough. But then don't complain that I'm not on early enough.
I didn't even say you were on early enough. That just came from you.
No, you've complained about that before.
Yeah, but I didn't complain about today.
Sounds like you were about to complain earlier when I said 9:30, and you're like, no, not whatever. You were gonna say something like, I can't be on later. I want to sleep early.
Well, what does that have to do with me being on earlier, though? Like, I don't understand.
What I'm saying is, you complain that we don't do things early enough, and then you're nowhere to be found when I am on
That's not what
early.
I'm. That's not where what I was getting at, though. I was getting at that, you can't just say it's 9 o'clock there, because I'm an hour ahead.
No, that's not what I was saying. I was saying it's 9:30. It's still fairly early. That was my point.
Okay.
I mean, I did say that it is 10:30 for you. You're right about these Stormblood maps, though. They don't have all the monsters on there. I've noticed a few of them are missing.
Yeah. What would be helpful too is if they listed down what the spawn in points are, because it doesn't say.
What do you mean the spawning points? What?
Like the ether rates.
Oh, you mean have them labeled?
Yeah, so that when I pull them up when I go to select one, I know which one to select.
Well, I mean, yeah, it would be helpful, but there's not exactly a lot, so you kind of get to know them over time. Like I can tell you, just like I can point at it and I can tell you which one it is.
Just eliminates a step.
Yeah, but I mean, like, yeah, I mean, yes, okay, it would be easier, but I have them all memorized by now.
They're not very good at memorizing. Like, well, I am good at memorizing, but I only memorize certain things.
I mean, you probably have some of them memorized to a degree, right?
Not really. I haven't really put any effort in memorizing. If you haven't noticed this before, like I tend to not put too much thinking into things when I'm not at work.
I've noticed. I've definitely
Just
noticed.
because just because work just saps all my brain power, you know what I mean?
Shit, this thing's not on the map. I have to check. I wish I had Photoshop open so I can just edit it, but I don't, so. Done your thing already, huh?
Huh?
Done your Ananta already, huh?
Yeah, they're pretty quick. Man, there's so many freaking side quests in this game.
Yeah, and they're actually another good way of getting XP.
Do people actually like go ham on this thing and like complete everything?
Yes. Yes, Ryan, there are actually people who do that. There are actually fair number of people that do that. Especially, you'll find a lot of those people are especially the kind of guys that level more than one class.
Like you?
Yeah, like I'm technically I can do side quests too, but I'm a bit lazy and I kind of just like right now I need these dailies. They give XP. I might as well just do them. It's kind of like two birds with one stone. Like I could use the XP and I get the tokens. Uh, but like if I need more XP, I'll probably start doing the side quests. They're not as good, but they do give you XP. If I'm feeling particularly bored, maybe.
I just want to get better gear for my samurai.
Where is this Tanaga? What the is it Yangxia? Where is it? What the fuck? I don't see it. Oh, it is right there. Okay, I got all of them marked down. I wonder if I can show you. Whatever. It's okay. You know how you use Bluebeam, right, to do markups?
Yeah.
It's like that. It's like that. Imagine that, but doing it in your browser. It's pretty handy. Oh shit! I forgot what I was gonna say. You see that? There's a new like kind of, I guess it's a mobile game. It's kind of like it's within. It's like the same kind of. It's weird. I don't know. It's Brave Exvius, but it's not FFBE. It's like a new game.
Huh?
Yeah, it's. Here, I'll link a trailer to it.
It's one of those gacha games.
I don't know. It might be, but it's apparently it's heavily inspired by Final Fantasy Tactics. It's a strategy RPG game.
Oh, you gonna play it?
Well, I don't know. Here, I'll show you a trailer. I mean, it looks interesting.
ラピスにありし
Oh, they had the Square Enix conference today too, and they were showing a Final Fantasy VII remake, like a new trailer. It's looking pretty good.
Is it?
Yeah. I'll link that as well.
What else have you missed from the E3?
I don't know. To be honest, I've been too busy to watch most of it.
Yeah, I remember last year we were all over this thing, but this year it's like, what the fuck?
Last year we were delivering pavers.
Hmm?
Last year we were doing the pavers.
Yeah, but we were still like paying attention to it. What?
I think I'm not sure, but I think for this trailer, the FFBE trailer, I think the artists are like you can tell it's heavily inspired by
Wait,
FF
hold
Tactics.
on, hold on. I'm not watching this thing. This trailer. Can I watch the trailer first?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's in Japanese, dude.
The FF7 trailer?
Oh, okay. I thought you were watching the FFBE trailer.
No. Buddy, now that's a good looking trailer.
Hold on. Sorry, what?
That's a good looking trailer.
Yeah, man. And see that was gameplay in that trailer as well. They showed off.
Is it like an action combat system?
It's kind of both, because it's like an action combat system, but you can also when you issue commands, it like kind of pauses things. Here I'll see if we can find the demo they showed.
So it's like FF12 then.
Kind of, but not really.
How are they gonna do the emerald weapon? fight like underwater.
We'll see.
That's interesting. Man, with these revamped graphics,
Yeah, man.
I wonder how much more scarier that part with the what do
The
you call
Shinra thing.
yeah.
Yeah, man. If you skip to 3 minutes 30 seconds, it's basically just straight gameplay of the scorpion uh, scorpion tank fight or whatever boss. It's no talking, just gameplay.
How do you like the voice acting?
It's not bad. It's a little different than I'm used to though. Especially Barrett. You'll kind of like if you're watching the Scorpion Sentinel fight thing, you'll kind of be like, oh, so they have voices, but it sounds a little different than you're used to.
What do you mean different than you're used to?
Like for instance, you're used to the way they talk via the dialogue in FF7, like the original, like the dialogue, right?
Yeah, you mean like the printed?
Yeah, like because their speech is written a certain way, but if you watch this, there's it's almost like it's similar but not quite the same because it's not they don't say the same things. They say similar things, but it's not word for word. So when you're listening to it, you're like, okay, I can kind of get it, but it's not quite there.
You gonna play this game?
Yeah, I'd play it. It just kind of sucks that it's going to be episodic.
What do you mean?
Their remake, since the remake is so ambitious, they're splitting it into episodes. Like, you know how, like, it
Splitting
was
into what?
episodes. Like, you know how, like, the original FF7 was, like, 3 discs? I think they might be doing something similar. So, like, the first game is only going to cover, like, the first disc, for instance.
Oh, what?
Yeah, because, like I said, apparently it's an ambitious project. Like, it's going to take time to do it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Sounds like a cash grab to me.
Maybe. I mean, you might not. You may be right. I don't
They're
like
gonna
it.
make you pay. They're gonna make you pay for 3 separate games.
I don't like it, but it's the way they're doing it. And, well, hold on. To be fair, we don't know what they're going to be priced at yet. Dude, imagine if this was co-op.
That'd be fucking sweet. So I guess instead of doing a new FF game, they're doing this.
Yeah, I guess. Well, what do you mean, instead of a new one? I think there is a new one coming out.
I don't know, but I don't know if it's just like what were
It's
the reviews on the
you...
latest one?
What, FF15? It's actually a pretty good game,
Yeah.
apparently.
Oh really? Like it's got a really good story and everything.
Apparently.
Maybe I should.
Like,
Maybe I
okay,
should play it.
let me just put it this way. It was definitely not the flop that 13 was.
Okay. How does it compare with FF7 though?
Well, that's a little unfair. FF7's kind of regarded as probably one of the
What?
best.
How was that unfair? It's unfair for them to strive for something better?
No, but that's like saying, was FF8 a good game? Was it better than 7? I mean, it probably wasn't.
It came close.
That's not what you said. You said, is it better?
No, I said, how does it compare?
Well, again, like, for instance, FF9's considered a good game. But then, if I were to ask you, how's it compared to 7, what would your answer be?
I didn't like FF9. I thought it was a shit.
Exactly, right? So it's... I don't know, it's... All I can say is that FF15's got positive reviews. I could give you my opinion on what FF15 is, but that's coming from someone who hasn't played it. So I would say my opinion on the matter is not worth much. Like, for me, from an outsider perspective, just from what I've seen, it looks better than FF13, but I mean, I'd probably enjoy it more than FF10, but it's probably nowhere near FF8 or FF7. But, you know, again, I haven't played the game. It's like a huge amount of salt.
Is there any gameplay in this tactics game?
It's near the end. Like, if you skip to, like, maybe 2/3 through.
Is this set in the same world?
I don't know. I don't know anything about this game other than the fact that it's heavily inspired by Final Fantasy Tactics, and it has the Brave Exvius name on it. For all I know, it could be a SRPG gacha game. The artwork looks almost FF Tactics-esque. Like, you notice the armor those guys are wearing, or like, it kind of reminds me of Rams's armor.
Yeah. I'm guessing this is going to be a mobile game?
Probably. It looks like it. Yeah, if you skip to the about almost 3 minutes in, you can see some gameplay.
Yeah, I already seen that.
What do you think?
Looks like tactics.
Well, I mean, if Tactics had better graphics. It looks like there's different factions. You know, kind of like Fire Emblem.
I want to play a Fire Emblem game.
Hmm?
I'd like to play a Fire Emblem game.
There's one coming up for the Switch, but I don't think that's gonna be your typical Fire Emblem game.
Well then,
I'm still gonna buy it and play it, but it doesn't look. It looks different than previous ones. Let's just put it that way. If you like, I don't know, you have a 3DS, I would recommend playing Awakening. It's a good one.
no, I don't have 3D yet.
Or you have access to a 3DS, you can use mine. Like, not now, obviously, because you're in Edmonton, but...
Meow.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a... I'm pretty sure it's gonna have gacha elements, because if you notice at the end of that trailer, you can see Ishtola from from Shadowbringers. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like a collab.
Oh.
I like that Ishtola's I like that she's a black mage now.
She's black?
She's a black mage now.
Oh.
She used to be
Oh,
healer.
spoilers.
It's in the trailer.
Spoilers!
It's not my fault, you can't pay attention. Did you want to do some Palace of the Dead or something right now? I mean, I'm not done my thing yet, but...
I don't know. Where you finished your thing?
No, I just said I'm not done. I'm not gonna be done for, like, probably at least 10:30.
Jesus Christ.
Well, it'll get done quicker if you let me do this, and... yeah.
Really?
Well, you know, instead of asking me questions about trailers and
Is
all
that
that.
distracting you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll go watch something for a bit then.
Well, like I was asking, I can do this later if you want to do some Palace of the Dead or something.
How long does the Palace of the Dead take?
Each run takes about 10 to 15 minutes. Of, like, 1 to 10.
The whole point of doing this is to get to heaven on high, right?
Yeah, to get to Heaven High, I need to do, we need to beat level 50, Palace of the Dead, and to do that, we need to build up our Ether Pool levels.
Yeah, sorry, you keep cutting off. I missed bits and pieces of your sentences.
I said, to get to Heaven on High, we need to beat level 50 on Palace of the Dead. And to beat level 50 Palace of the Dead, we need to build up our Ether Pool levels. And to do that, we need to run Palace of the Dead.
It's something that you can do, like, you can pick up, you know, where you left off type thing.
Yeah, you don't lose your Ether Pool levels unless you do certain actions. Like if you were to redeem like, because you know how Palace of the Dead, your gear is tied to the dungeon, right? Like it's completely separate than your gear outside of the dungeon, right?
Yeah.
You could sacrifice your Ether Pool levels to buy gear that you can bring outside the dungeon. That's how people get certain skins, like, you know, those glowing weapon skins from the dungeon, is they spend the Ether Pool to get it. But you also have to have beaten a certain level of Palace of the Dead to get those. But unless you do that, your Ether Pool levels shouldn't reset. So it's all about just building them up until they're high enough.
Okay.
I don't even remember where we are or how far we... Like, have we even gotten to level 20 yet? I don't remember.
I doubt it.
So are you not getting your Centurio seals anymore?
Nope. Well, I'm not doing them every night, if that's what you're asking.
What about your
So,
retainers? Are you leveling your retainers at all?
no.
Apparently retainers are a decent way to make money. But you need to level them.
I only have so much time in the evening.
What? Retainers...
What?
Retainers are like, you send them out to do stuff. And then you check like once a day.
Oh yeah, I've been doing that. I thought you were talking about something else.
Level your retainers.
Like 50?
It's not bad. It's not great. It's not bad. Really, I think you don't start really making money till you're post 60 though.
Plus I only have 2 of them.
Two's enough. I've gotten some pretty cool stuff from retainers. But if you really want to make a lot of money, you have to sort of keep them... Like for Stormblood, if they're level 70, then you make a lot of money. I'm guessing that once Shadowbringers hits, and people, the people who get theirs to 80 will start making a lot of money. What's a more what's something that you want to do more right now? Getting to heaven on high, or Eureka, or I don't know, fucking roulettes.
What was that last one?
Roulettes.
I would probably say Eureka.
Like, okay, when I say roulettes, I mean like working your way up the dungeon list to get to things like Delta Escape.
I'll probably say maybe a tie between roulettes and Eureka.
Shmee.
What does Heaven on High do for you? Like, does it give you gear?
You like, okay, you know how like I just explained how you can get gear from Palace of the Dead? You can get gear from Heaven on High the same way.
Like, what's the item level on that shit?
Let me see here.
Like, I'm all for doing whatever gets me the higher, you know, item levels.
Well, Eureka will get you item level 350, I think. Well, actually no, you start at 335, so it's literally just starting from where you're at right now. Delta Escape, you can get... What is this? I'm trying to hold on. Well, gear-wise, apparently we've already overcome a lot of things like Delta Escape. Delta Escape's not going to give you 330 gear.
Not really.
Yeah, it's really just
But
for...
don't you still need to do it, though?
No, it's really, if you're gonna do it, it's more for either the achievements or for the gear, like, you know, the transmogs or whatever that drop.
What do they look like? Are they worth it?
Yeah, I'd like to do them.
I would like to do them just because I want to fight the FF6 boss.
It says once you reach item level 330, your next step is Sigmascape and 4.3 content. It says at item level 325, you can now fully enter Omega Sigmascape raids. I'm assuming you need to finish Deltascape first, quest-wise. So I think you need to do it just to unlock the next ones. It says tokens
That's what I thought.
Tokens you get from Sigmascape you can trade to get item level 350 gear.
Which is kind of the next step for us, right?
Well, that's not the only step. Once you hit 330, it's time to unlock the most recent dungeon, Swallow's Compass. That's apparently blah blah blah. It's some sort of story chain to it. Trial Jade Stoa, whatever the fuck. Swallow's Compass drops item level 345 gear. You may find it more palatable to farm than Sigmascape, even if the gear is slightly weaker. Completing Swallow's Compass also unlocks the EX Roulette, provided you finished all the previous dungeons in order. It also gets you Tombstones of Mendacity. I think that's probably the most current. Oh, you also get Tombstones of Creation. At item level 335, you'll be able to do the Ridorana Lighthouse, the second 24-man raid of 4.0. Okay. 24-man raid? What? Oh, that's the Return to Ivalice. Return to Ivalice raid drops item level 360 gear, but you're only allowed to win one. Yeah, okay, we're probably not going to be able to do that.
Lost Veil all over again.
Uh-huh.
Well, not really. Tokens are always way better than random draw.
Okay, it says once you've gotten item level 345 with Sigmascape or whatever dungeons, there's a variety of gear-related odds and ends not directly mentioned so far. You can go to, again, the Return to Ivalice. You can trade 500 Centurio Seals for Doyen's Clan Mark Log, of which 4 times can be traded for Eshin. Oh, wait. For which 4 times can be traded to Eshin for a Ryumaku Polish, and 6 times for Ryumaku Weave. In addition to daily bills, there are A and S rank, blah 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 blah. So Centurio Seals can be used to buy stuff. Materials which are used for... What are they used for? Oh, it's used for augmenting your gear. Oh, okay, yeah. So, by the way, again, this is probably why you should be doing your Centurio Seals. I think the current Lost Algon gear you've got, this might be a bit wrong, but I know that there's gear you can get, like 330 gear. I think it's Lost Algon, I could be wrong. You need to get items via Centurio Seals, and you trade those items with your gear to an NPC to augment it, and it'll let you dye that gear, but it also upgrades the item level from 330 to 345.
Oh.
I think it's like 500 Centurio Seals a piece. So it says it takes a while. It takes an awful lot of hunting to get to 2 or 3,000 of them if you're interested. So, again, this is probably why you should be doing this every day. Because you can only get...
Fuck.
If you were to do both Stormblood and Heaven's Ward Mark 1, 2, and 3 hunt logs, you can get a maximum of 240 a day. That's only if you do all of them per day.
Sorry, could you repeat that one again?
If you were to do both Heaven's Ward and Stormblood hunt bills, both 1, 2, and 3 stars, all of them, that gets you about 240 Centurio Seals a day. But you have to do all of them.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna do that.
Otherwise, you're looking at about, I don't know, 100, 150 a day?
I
100?
usually
No,
get more than that. I get 170.
100, yeah, wait, 170?
Something like that. I might have leftover from previous though.
Yeah, I was gonna say no. Because if you do both 3 stars, that's 120.
God, what the fuck is this other thing? Jesus Christ.
What other thing?
I'm looking for these fucking old lunar orbs.
I'm just trying to read some of this other stuff. Like, it hasn't even mentioned... Okay, hold on. Eureka, you can get all the way up to item level 350, 350, 355, 370 just by upgrading your relic weapon. It's hard though. I mean, it's a relic weapon, but you can get high with the relic weapons.
That's kind of what I want to do.
It's a lot of work. Like, from someone who has went halfway, like, I didn't even go all the way with Heaven's Ward relic weapon. I only got halfway, and it was a lot of work. But, I mean, hey, I don't know, Stormblood might be easier. So I was saying, I've never tried Stormblood.
And you do that through Eureka, right?
Well, Stormblood, yes. See, it says here, remember we were talking about Ultimate? Ultimate is the kind of content, it's like what Travis is doing in WoW, where it takes hundreds of hours of practice just to beat it.
Okay, well, we're not doing that. That's for sure.
Right, like, that's what I said. Like, I would like to say it's achievable, but realistically speaking, we're probably never going to do it. Because we just don't want to put in that much effort.
So what would you say is the best course of action?
There's I don't know if there's a best course of action. There's options.
Like what would you prefer to do in order to, like, you know, increase our item levels for our main characters?
To be honest, there's a lot I want to do right now.
Like, given that we have limited time, what would you say is your top?
Okay, my thought here is, and this might be different than what you're thinking, is item levels is something that's folly to chase right now. Because remember what I told you? When Shadowbringers comes out, they're probably going to give us item level 370 or something gear that you can buy from an NPC. That's why I'm saying chasing item levels at this point in the game is almost pointless. Because, like I said, at the start of Shadowbringers, I can almost guarantee you there's going to be an NPC that'll sell you item like level 375 gear or something like that. It's so people can get caught up. Actually, probably item level 360 or something, or 350. It's so people can get caught up and start the expansion without having to grind out all this stuff. But at the same time, the people who do grind the stuff out will have a very slight advantage over the people who didn't.
So then, what should we be concentrating on?
Well, it's a matter of personal preference. Like, if you look at me right now, I'm just leveling classes to 70. That's my only goal right now because.
So what about like what about like don't you want to get cool looking gear? Like
I do. I do.
how does that achieved?
Well, okay. So if we're talking about I want to get cool in gear, then probably either Eureka or Heaven on High, because both of those will give you shiny looking weapons, and maybe shiny looking armor. I don't know how doing dungeons will help yet, because I don't know what the tombstones can be exchanged for. Aside from the fact that doing dungeons can technically drop cool looking stuff, right? You can get cool looking gear from doing dungeons and whatnot. So there's that. Dungeons are a thing we're going to need to do eventually, story-wise anyways, though. So I don't know if that's something you want to do right away. It's certainly something we can do right away. But again, like, I'm not 100% sure on what we should start with. All I know is that we have options. If you were to ask me what I want to do is, first priority is getting XP. Second priority is either Eureka for the relic shit, because I do want to get my relic weapon for my red mage. But because I also want to get XP, Heaven on High is also a very tempting thing to go for.
So if we prioritize those two things, like I don't even know if we can do Eureka because the unknown thing here is are people even doing this thing still?
I think so.
Because they said, like, in order for you to do this efficiently, you have to be in like a Zerg.
Why don't you go to Eureka and check it out?
I was there, and there wasn't that much activity.
What time were you there? Were you there at like 2 in the morning?
No, I was there like I forgot. Like it was early evening yesterday.
I don't know, man, because I haven't looked at it myself. Again, like, just leveling my guys is taking so much time per day that I haven't really looked at it yet. Once I start getting my guys and my gear to a certain point, I'll have more time to start looking into Eureka and stuff.
So then maybe starting off with like what do we call this? Palace of the Dead might be a good option because I still need to get XP for my paladin.
Yeah, right? Like, XP for your paladin? I don't know if you want to level your ninja.
No,
You can level your ninja? No?
that character's dead.
Wow. Are there any other classes you want to try out? Blue Mage?
Not really.
Because now's the time. Once Shadowbringers comes out, you may not have time to look at other classes.
Maybe I should level a Dark Knight.
No, you bitch. You stick to your paladin.
I don't know. Like I don't know what other kind of classes. Maybe a what does a conjurer become? White
White Mage. If you're gonna
maybe a white mage.
if you're gonna try healer, I would recommend White Mage because White Mage is the easiest of the three.
Like, I like to get one of each. So, like samurai for DPS, paladin for tank, and then white mage for healer. At the very least.
Yeah, because you know what? It's gonna be either White Mage or Scholar. Which one appeals more to you? I don't recommend Astrologian because it's complicated.
I like white mage because it's just, you know, it's Final Fantasy.
Yeah, well, there you go, White Mage. White Mage might be easy to level though because if I'm tanking, for instance, and you're White Mage, I mean, you're gonna need to heal, but Qs should be short.
Yeah.
Meow. Or we could just take it into, you can just take it into Palace of the Dead.
That's what I was thinking. Like I don't know, none of these other classes really interest me other than Dark.
I would recommend.
Maybe Dark.
I would recommend leveling a Dark Knight just for the story.
Well, that's what I was thinking, but I haven't even like right now. Dark Knight is like level 0. I haven't even.
Well, I think Dark Knight starts at level... Actually, I don't know. I don't remember if Dark Knight starts at level... I think they do start at level 1, don't they?
Maybe can I boost it?
You can boost it. It costs you like $30. Well, actually, no. I don't know if you want to do that. Because technically you can boost it to 60, but it's going to skip a lot of the story, which is kind of the main reason you want to do it. Unfortunately, that's the way boost works. It'll automatically complete your job quests up to a certain point. And it's kind of... Like, Dark Knight job quests are actually pretty good, so... I don't know, man. That's a hard decision.
Maybe I should boost my white mage.
Yeah, I would recommend doing it.
Anyway, you go finish your thing. I'm gonna go. I guess I go watch something for a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut the game down so that my computer can cool down for a bit.
Sure, why not?
So I'll be back on in how long? 15, 20 minutes? 20 minutes maybe?
I don't know, because that whole time when you were asking me about gear, I wasn't doing anything but checking out gear, right?
Oh my.
Well, you asked me a question, I have to answer it.
I'm gonna go watch some stuff and you just text me when you're finished.
Okay.
I'm gonna go watch some bar rescue.
Oh my lord. We need a Ryan rescue.
Meh. Yeah. Be back later.
Alright, see ya.